welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. Well, today I am doing my accounts and therefore it's not the most interesting day to vlog, so I thought I'd do a sit down video today. The other thing I'm doing is humming a lot, songs from the concert last night, particularly the Alleluia song from Shrek. That was my favourite. I do love that song. Anyway, so it's a work day, but I thought I'd just do a very quick sit down video because I thought many of you watching will be off to Christmas craft fairs to go shopping this weekend. So I've put together a sort of list of do's and don'ts for advice for you to go craft fair shopping. This is sort of from a perspective from a craft stall holder. I've done a fair few over the years and there are just some things that I thought would be nice to bear in mind. Okay, number one, don't pick up an item from somebody's table, have a good look at it, get your fingerprints all over it, and then put it down somewhere else. That stall holder stood there getting their table look exactly right in order to attract as many customers as possible. And there's nothing more annoying than someone coming along and messing up their display. Try not to cover up. If they've got price labels out, try not to put the item back down and covering up price labels. That's just not helpful to anybody. Number two, whilst it is nice to say hello and maybe exchange a few pleasantries with the stall holder, don't necessarily engage in massive long conversations with them, telling them all about how your neighbour's daughter's cousin knits Christmas decorations or something, unless of course you are going to buy something from that stall. Hopefully it's a busy craft fair and that stall holder has to try and say hello and engage as many people as possible as they're walking past and choosing their Christmas presents and things to buy. If they're engaged in a conversation about some random person's knitted Christmas angels, then they could be losing out on potential customers. So yeah, say hello, that's great, and say a few pleasantries, but please don't expect your entertainment to be conversations that last for like 20 minutes or something. It's just not fair, really. Number three, don't look at somebody's handmade work and say, oh, I won't buy it because I could make that myself. There is nothing more annoying. Maybe you could make that yourself. But to be honest, if that person's at a level and a skill where they are sitting behind a table with work good enough to sell, then it probably took them several years of work to get to that point. This isn't necessarily true, but chances are you're not actually quite at the level of the stall holder. And even if you are, really, are you going to put that time and effort into making it? Because as you may know, if you watch me, I'm a dressmaker, I make dresses. Do I ever make my own clothes? No, I go out to a shop like everyone else and go and buy my clothes. I do sometimes purchase clothes from Etsy, from other handmade sellers. And yeah, I often look at things and think, well, yeah, I could make that. But I know I'm never going to get around to it. I'm busy doing my own business. I don't have time to make my own clothes. Chances are you don't have the time to be making your own, whatever it is, Christmas decorations, Christmas puddings, Christmas soaps, whatever it is. Chances are you don't have the time to do that either. So, you know, just support somebody who has already made it. And so just bear those factors in mind when you're thinking of things to say as you're looking at someone's stall. Number four, don't say loudly that their items are too expensive. As I mentioned before, that person sitting behind the stall has probably spent many years working on their craft. You are paying for all those years as well as the cost of the materials to make whatever it is they've made and the time it takes to make it. Really think about that and think about what wages you earn when you're looking at someone's stall. Would you work for less than minimum wage? Is a question to ask yourself. If you're really considering whether you think something is too expensive or not, please take into consideration these factors, particularly how long it takes. And it probably takes a lot longer than you expect because not everyone's crafty, not everybody is interested in making their own craft, so they don't realise actually how difficult some of the things are. And I hope I'm not coming across as like a right cow here. I'm just trying to be helpful. Quite often when I'm looking around craft fairs I think, oh, that's lovely, but I can't afford it. That's fine, you can't afford it, move on to something, look somewhere else, but don't expect prices to compare with places like Primark and Pound Stretchers and B&M's when these things are mass produced in factories in China and Ethiopia. You're paying for someone to live in this country, and that's worth supporting as well. God, I feel like I'm really sounding like I'm lecturing you. I'm sorry about that. That wasn't my intention. I'm just, I guess, all those like bitter feelings are rising to the surface, of particularly when you've usually got up bloody early in the morning to get to that stall in time to set everything up for the fair to open. And it's stressful, it's so stressful, making sure you've got everything you need for the day. The stall holders are usually hungry because they haven't had time to have breakfast or lunch. You're advised not to eat while people are looking around, so when can you eat? And it's a difficult job being a stall holder, so don't take that effort for granted when you're looking at their items, please. I've lost count of what number I'm on. But the next thing is, please remember to take plenty of cash with you. And I mean plenty, like as in at least £100, because I mean, if you're shopping online on Amazon, I bet you could easily spend £100 in one go. It's not going to be any different at a craft fair. What will happen is if you go in with like £30, you'll walk in and on the first stall you'll see a beautiful carved wooden jewellery box that costs £30, and there you go, all your money's gone. Some stall holders have got PayPal machines, I've got one, but whether you've got a decent enough phone signal to use it is another matter entirely. Christmas fairs usually take place such as schools, hospitals, churches, village halls. They tend to be absolutely nowhere near a cash machine, so get prepared and get that cash out before you go. The next thing is, although I've said don't engage in like half-hour conversations with the stall holder, I tell you what is so appreciated. It's just a smile as you approach their stall, and if you like their stuff, then please say so. Even if you can't afford it, even if you haven't got any reason to buy it, you know you're not going to buy it, if you just say to the stall holder, this is really lovely, I really like your stuff, or it's really clever, just any sort of compliment is so appreciated. Like I said, they're stressed, they're hungry, they're tired, they've probably got a headache from listening to all the crowds of people and the Christmas music, and just someone saying, oh, that's really nice, that could just make it all worthwhile. Particularly if they're at home working on their craft, it's usually a lonely task, and quite often we don't get out and see people very often. I only do that one festival a year, and when I was doing craft fairs as well, it was only 2 or 3 in the run up to Christmas, and therefore that's all the interaction I have face to face with customers. It's all online otherwise, and it's so nice just to have a little bit of personal interaction with people. It is really worth it, so please just smile, say hello, and if you like it, say so. It would be, yeah, like I keep saying it, but it really would be appreciated. And lastly, just enjoy yourself. Sometimes you see the most wonderful creative things at craft fairs, and just enjoy looking at it and enjoy shopping for unusual things that people are not going to find elsewhere on the high street. You are supporting, you know, local businesses, local people, and yeah, it's a good thing. So if you are off to a craft fair this weekend, or some sort of Christmas fair where the stalls have handmade produce, please just have fun, enjoy it, and if you know other people going to craft fairs this weekend, on behalf of all stall holders across the country who are going to be setting their alarms blimmin' early on Saturday morning, please share this video with your friends, because I know that they'd be thankful for it. Oh, and I have written a blog post to go with this. I haven't finished it yet. That's another task for later today. Hopefully it will be up on my blog by the time this video goes out, so I'll link that below if you want to have a read. There's a few other points that I've made in there, and I hope you enjoy a read of that as well. Okay, I'm just gonna say goodbye now. I still haven't edited yesterday's video, so that's my next task for the day. And oh, that was a loud lorry. So that's it from me. I hope I didn't sound too much like I was just lecturing you. Oh dear, don't hate me, and I'll hopefully see you again tomorrow. Bye.